Welcome to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Ludke, and I'm here today with Bonnie Julius at the Link. Hi, Bonnie.
Good morning, Hank.
And so, what's happening at the Link Library?
Well, we've changed drastically.
You aren't missing anywhere?
No, we're not missing. We're a connected link now. Before, we had what we would call a rotation, and every few months we'd pack up all our stuff, send it to a different link, and then we'd get all new things. Well, now we are a floating library. Can you feel? Can you feel we're floating? What that means, the advantages, when people order things, request it, and it comes here to Frazee, used to be that we would send it back to its home. Now we keep it, a good portion of it. So you've probably noticed we're getting a lot more items in. We're spreading out a lot. And another advantage to it is items that never get checked out and no one is interested in, we can pack up and send away. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of nice. I mean, if nobody's wanting it, why keep it here?
Well, yeah, it's just taking up space, and there's other libraries or links that could use the items. So we're adjusting. We also can fill requests here now, which was something we couldn't do before.
So then, if they want a book and or something from the media section, they can order it
from me, yeah, or from us. You never could put request on link items before, but now you can. So it's another step in our process, but it's going to work out very well, I think.
And so, what are your hours?
Our hours are Monday 10:30 to 12:30, Tuesday 5 to 7, and Friday 3 to 6. And we also have citywide home delivery for people who are homebound. We've been doing that for a couple of years, and that works out well, especially when you have snow and ice. We don't want people taking their hip bones in, and endangering them.
Like today.
So, but that's just in the city of Frazee.
Okay. And then one other thing, we have these pictures on the wall behind us.
Aren't they wonderful? The only thing I forgot to ask Mr. Stark to autograph them. We had Steve Stark here, and he's an artist historian, and as he's talking, he was drawing these charcoal drawings, and had to keep them. We can't throw them away; they're too nice.
Well, and it was an interesting program, talking about Louis Agassiz coming to this area and going all the way through the building of the railroads and the ox cart people and the steamboat people, Northrop, and being the first one to have a steamboat on the river.
Yeah, it was very interesting. I'm not much of a history buff, but I really enjoyed it. I guess my favorite line is Veritas Capul, I believe. And if you take the last 3 letters and the first 2 letters, that's where Itasca State Park got its name.
Well, that's interesting. But with that, we'll be right back with another segment of Spotlight on Frazee. So if you're interested, swing by the link. It's right across from the high school on Lake Street or State Highway 87.
Yes, and if I'm not here, my wonderful volunteers, Marianne, Doreen, and Cheryl, are here to serve you and help keep you reading.
All right. We'll be right back with another segment of Spotlight on Frazee. Welcome back to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Ludke, and I just wanted to remind you of a couple of things that were mentioned last week on the segment with community education. One of them is the blood screening that's happening April 30th. At Essentia Clinic from 7 to 9 a.m. in the morning. Cost is $35. Bring a self-addressed stamped envelope to get your results back. And, of course, the other thing is the Day of Caring, May 7th. If you need anything done, if you're a senior that maybe needs their yard raked, things like that, you have a minor project that you can't do yourself, please call Community Ed at 218-334-3181. Option 3, and ask for Judy. and she'll put you on the list, because May 7th, weather permitting, we have students from 4 grades that will be going around town cleaning up and making our city beautiful for spring. And, I know how a lot of you are. After all winter, you can hardly move. And you need a little help with some of these things, even if it's putting up a bird feeder or something like that, because the birds are back and they're looking for food. So just call 218-334-3181, option 3. And in the past, of course, we've had the groups out cleaning along the river, cleaning along the highways, picking up trash, raking yards, working in the parks, and getting them ready for spring, cleaning stuff out of people's fences, and even painting projects like the beach house at City Beach, and the shelters at the different parks. So if you have a project and you need help, check in 3181 option 3. And with that, we'll catch you next week on Spotlight on Frazee.